throughout the presidential transition period, has continued to sell his junk, right? His self-branded watches and sneakers and Bibles. He put out a new Inauguration Day edition of his special branded Bible. He's still selling boots. Now he's selling Trump boots. And his new crypto, whatever it is, and his commemorative coins and his commemorative guitars. He's selling this stuff while he is the president-elect.
Hustler.
Nothing like that has ever happened before. Nothing that classless and tacky has ever happened to the U.S. presidency before.
Please. Bro, just started, bro.
This is the transition where he said
I'd rather my president doing that than using taxpayer money and scamming the people. I don't see why this is a problem. At least he's producing an income off of his name than actually using the taxpayer dollars. So actually, I don't see how this is a problem.
Sending Hunter Biden sit at tables with these foreign countries and basically give them money.
It's like you're mad at a businessman for doing business. This is what business people do. Like he's gonna do it for us. You're an entrepreneur. This is what you do. It's what it is. Like I don't really see the problem.
He's popular. He's using his name. Like what's wrong with that? I feel like that's sad. How is that classless?
They're not crying about the taxpayer dollars going to Ukraine though. But let's not get into it, bro.
nothing like that has ever happened before. Nothing that classless and tacky has ever happened to the U.S. presidency before. This is the transition where he said at a press conference that it might have been Hezbollah that did the January 6th attack. Really, Hezbollah did it. He also said at that same press conference that he's going to pardon the people who did the January 6th attack. Well, I'm sure Hezbollah will be delighted. This is the transition where he made unprovoked threats to seize territory from three other nations with whom we are allied. And that is, of course, inexplicable to those countries. It's inexplicable to most Americans, but it's also equally very exciting to the dictators of Russia and China, who actually have been either seizing territory from other countries or planning to. And now, whether or not Trump actually follows through on these weird threats, those two dictators will have Trump's words during the transition to throw back at the United States of America if the U.S. ever again bothers to object to big countries like theirs stomping on small countries and seizing their land. Right? Welcome back to the 19th century. Sorry, no, there's no penicillin.
What was she even talking about for real?
That was recent rhetoric.
Threats of expansion is pretty crazy.
She said this recently.
Well, he did say he's going to, well, he didn't threaten, he's going to terrorist them.
A threat is crazy.
When he always
I don't really see why that's a bad thing, like us expanding. How's that, in what way is that a bad thing?
Some people say, are you going to use force? He says, no, I'm going to use tariffs.
It's interesting to me how they're just demonizing everything he says. Like, this is why people aren't watching this shit. We're literally attacking the president. Like,
some dumbasses are, though.
Yeah, but they're dumbasses. Yeah. Like you're literally a U.S. news source attacking the leader, the elected leader of the U.S. Like, shut up. Are we pro-America here or not?
See the liberals in the comments. Bro, I actually go look at this stuff sometimes, guys, and it actually amazes me. Like, it's so many dumbass
I would
liberals.
never ingest this type of nonsense.
And I would never listen to her, because this is MSNBC's Tucker Carlson.
It's just ridiculous to me.
It is.
It's just ridiculous to me that they use so much of their effort to attack the president. Like, literally, he's the president. I don't care that he's selling stuff. People want it. Trump. People buy it. If you don't want it, you don't like it, don't buy it. Like, what's the problem? Like, it's literally so simple. No one's forcing you to buy it. No one's forcing you to do any of this stuff. Like, but Trump. This is the hill you choose to die on.
At least he's selling his own product.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you break it down the way you did, you make it, it's like, okay, are we going to be mad at the business guy for doing business?
All she talks about is Trump. Literally, her last...
Man, I hope in our 100 days that she got to be on TV, they just finally pull the plug on her.
Yeah, she has to be on there for 100 days, trash. Guys. They're going to make her work her ass off for that money and that pay cut.
So everything that happens, she's going to say something about it.
For that haircut.
100 days.
This is ridiculous. I don't know. I don't really like her rhetoric. I just think MSNBC, out of all the major news networks, this one's absolutely the worst. This is the one with Van Jones and Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow.
Van Jones CNN.
He be on here too.
He do?
Yeah.
Well, they gonna use him. He's
yeah. Then they also got Al Sharpton on here.
Oh yeah, no.
This one's bad.
So behind all of this, we should have known. We should have known.
Is that old girl from Power?
It does look like her. It does look like her. It's not her. But the president of MSNBC, Rashida Jones, stepped down right before Trump got in office. That says a lot. Does it
say why she said she stepped down? Announced her decision to leave the network on a call. Oh wow. Called in. Yeah, I quit.
Wow. She took her bag, pushed a bunch of bullshit.
But does it
progressive rhetoric?
Does it say why?
We know why. Trump finna come put Bill to ass.
Oh wow. It says considering incoming President Donald Trump.
She's scared. She's finna flee.
After an election, MSNBC saw rating successes, including beating CNN for the first time for some major political news events. Network has struggled since Trump beat Vice President Kamala Harris, and its mostly liberal audience turned out in droves.
Yep, they're finna come get her. That's why she's scared. She knows something. Yeah, because they're gonna come after her ass. She's the president of this progressive shit. She's putting out these narratives, and they calling her. Yeah, makes sense.
And this is the only way a woman like only a woman like this would hire a woman like Joy Reid.
That's what I'm saying. It makes sense. Joe Biden
like Rachel Maddow have her own show.
Kamala calling up Rashida.
Hit him with this. Gavin probably hear her phone. Say his misinformation. Tell him right now.
They obviously all work together.
No, they do that. It
seems like they obviously all work together.
Mark Zuckerberg said they did that. Joe Biden was calling him, telling him to take certain stuff down. Yeah.
Man, you tripping on that bit.
Yeah. That's crazy. They do that. For real. They do that. That's why. She stepped down.
Oh, the arrogance of the colonizer's spirit. Of course, none of these people have bothered to thank our neighbors in Mexico and Canada.
Krusty the Clown.
What is this?
She is not pretty.
She getting $3 million?
That red lipstick and that red outfit is not flattering.
Man, they're going to be mad at me. But y'all remember ever seen Mr. Krabs without his shell?
That was crazy.
Oh, the arrogance of the colonizer's spirit. Of course, none of these people have bothered to thank our neighbors in Mexico and Canada for sending firefighters to face the flames and planes to brave the hurricane-force Santa Ana winds to drop water on the blazes. And God forbid they acknowledge that whatever the initial cause of the fires, they were exacerbated by climate change, which has led to rising temperatures, longer fire seasons, and heightened drought conditions. Although, you know who does acknowledge climate change? The insurance companies that have been canceling policies in California due to the risk of climate change.
Is that why they were canceling them? That's a terrible. So basically, she's justifying the insurance companies for canceling people's policies.
Insurance has been a scam forever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, well, they're canceling people's policies due to the threat of having to pay out.
This is why we need these people off these.
That's literally why they do that.
This is why they shouldn't be talking to the mass majority of people. For them. This lady basically just said it's a good thing that Mexico and Canada firemen had to come over here and help us. I feel like that makes our nation look more weak, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So what are you talking about?
We should have.
Y'all don't want a strong nation. Resources. Y'all are stupid.
They just want to be right and control. That's what they want. They just want control. They don't care if what they spread is bullshit.
Hey man, I might say the craziest shit on this channel all the time, but I'm gonna try not to see it, bro.
I understand, bro. I just don't like the way. I don't like the way they present information and like tell you how to digest it. Like they tell you what to think of it. Like me seeing this article here doesn't make me feel good. I don't think we should have to get a different country's firefighters to help.
And God forbid they acknowledge that whatever the initial cause of the fires, they were exacerbated by climate change, which has led to rising temperatures, longer fire seasons, and heightened drought conditions. Although, you know who does acknowledge climate change? The insurance companies that have been canceling policies in California due to the risk of
that's a good thing.
Climate change. And the people losing the most in Los Angeles County aren't the rich, faded celebrities like Mr. Woods who can afford to rebuild and to move into one of their other homes while they wait. It's the middle-class homeowners in places like Altadena, where an historic and stable black neighborhood has been all but wiped off the map and ignored by much of the press, while the vulture capitalists are already circling, hoping to snap up the burned up properties for pennies on the dollar so they can hedge fund them into yet another batch of billionaire-owned overpriced rentals. But the worst part, other than the fires themselves, has been the lies. Though if there is one thing the billionaire right is, They are consistent. They want California, America's biggest state economy, because if they can take California and retrofit it with their ugly right-wing policies, the way they've ruined Florida and Texas and every other red state where poverty rates are high and education is warped and non-white immigrants, pregnant women, victimized girls, and LGBTQ folks live in fear.
What?
Then the fight for permanent control of America is basically over.
They
can drill and frack California till the fires this past week pale in comparison. They can rip out all the forests and hand over the land to developers, Florida style. They can drive out the brown people and the black and Asian people, or just sink them into the same apartheid they've created in Texas.
This is propaganda.
And they will control enough electoral votes if they control California to never have to worry about another presidential election. The billionaire right knows that they cannot take California, home to Hollywood, San Francisco, and Kendrick Lamar, by culture. So they're looking to try to take it with lies and deceit and by fire.
That was 100%. That was 100% pure propaganda.
Get this ugly black on TV viral.
Hey man.
Viral. This bald-headed, ugly.
I told y'all for like 2 years now that this is my least favorite person on TV.
She's number one.
And now you see why. I've said it
man.
from the first time, for the first or second time I said this is my least favorite person on television. They was like, why, bro? Why do you not like her so much? Now you see why. That was pure propaganda. First of all, we live in Texas. This is the most diverse place
ever.
It's mostly Mexican.
It's majority Hispanic. There's a huge population of black people. There's a huge population of white people, of course, like everywhere in America. There's a huge population of Asians. There are all these different minority groups in this city living cool. Everybody just fit in, get in where they fit in. Like to say that we're in an apartheid state and LGBTQ people live in fear when this state alone has some of the biggest LGBTQ pride parades. Like, you guys ever been to Austin, Texas before? There's literal pride flags painted on the buildings and stuff. There's literal gay clubs in downtown Houston and Dallas. Like, what are y'all talking about? They live in fear. That's complete BS. That is complete BS.
I mean, this just makes me think that you have to be a pawn.
Then she said they ruined it. It's ruined here in Florida.
Bro.
Well, then why is Florida and Texas one of the most growing states in America?
Exactly.
That's why I'm thinking she has to be a pawn. Like, why would you even say something like that out of your mouth? And California is the most left state in the United States.
Like what?
Are you kidding me?
Like California is some wonderland. Like people are moving. People are coming to Texas and Florida to live.
In these Republican states.
Majority Texas.
Elon might need to buy them up.
I think it's going to happen.
I seen where they said that he might be buying TikTok.
Yeah, I seen that.
That would be huge.
I seen that. I just can't believe that these people get paid. I just don't think that these people deserve this amount of money, but it is propaganda, and that's why these people are getting it. The ratings are going down, so
this is not a $30 million woman. I'm just keeping it 100.
Yeah, Rachel,
she ain't worth no $30 million.
Not.
So hold on. So
if she can get $30 million, I need to be in a position to get on her and try to get $30 million because she's saying straight BS.
Oh, okay. Joy's getting $2 million. Yeah, I know she's not. She doesn't touch the amount of people Rachel touches at all. So I'm okay. At least I can't say at least she getting $2 million because that's still a
she
shit
got $5
ton.
million. Look, it says $2 million per
year
for the 11th hour. Oh no, that's Matt Rule they talking about. She makes $3 million. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100. Joy Reid.
What you just said the worst.
Was so crazy, bro.
Oh, that's for real.
And why is they news channels the only news channel that just keep trying to say climate change? Them people didn't prepare, bro. You could stop fires. It's one thing that can stop fires.
Like, how y'all put something?
Hurricanes you can't stop.
And then the search engine for that word is down right now. People aren't looking up climate change.
Tornadoes.
CNN literally just pulled it up the other day. People don't care about that stuff, man.
You got to prepare for these situations.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be cooked, man. Give it the president stepped down, so she knows something. So let's give it. I give it about a couple, maybe a year, 2. After Rachel do her 100 days, she gonna push her last stretch of propaganda, and then they gonna end this shit, man. Cause nobody who picks up the remote and just don't go to YouTube anymore unless you're old. But the fact that people are eating this shit up is actually crazy.
No, this is
they ate this shit up, and Obama sat right next to Trump. People are
laughing.
idiots,
And they're the one that reported it the hardest, called him Hitler. Tell them women should be scared.
He did all that shit.
MSNBC did the most shit talking.
He did all that soft talking shit on stage, talking slow. And y'all gonna really do this, right? Huh? Michelle, everybody.
Michelle wasn't even there.
Michelle was talking crazy though. She had some speeches acting like we really finna let Hitler in.
Nah, that shit's insane.
Now, we was finna be back in chains.
Yeah, guys, they're cooked. But y'all seen it, guys. I mean, they're gonna continue to tank. The pay cuts are happening. I mean, the Fox ratings up and they ratings down, guys. So y'all see it, man. We out of here. Let us know what y'all think.